What is up, YouTube land? This is RayStorm. Game for the PlayStation 1. We're going to try it out. I guess it's designed by Spaz, published by Working Designs, but also Taito, and associated with Taito?
I think Spaz is the... I think it was Working Designs and Spaz is the publisher. I forget. But all the Spaz games have, like, the super holographic...
covers.
Like covers.
Which are really nice.
Although Working Designs in general did that a lot too.
So this was released in '96. It is a vertical shooter?
It's definitely some sort of shooter. Guess on price.
Oh gosh. Hold on, let me first turn down the volume. Why are all games so different in volume?
I guess this is actually 2 players, so yeah, let's
Sick! Guess on price. 150.
I'll say...
Anything by Working Designs.
Yeah, I'll say 125.
Look at that.
135... Yeah, that's a legit looking copy. 135.
Whoa, you can set...
that's pretty crazy. I've never seen that before.
So, if I set it any easier, it's training mode.
Yeah, whatever.
Whatever, it's not like we're going to get past stage 1 anyway. Reset for combat mode.
Yeah, shoot 'em ups are like fun, but like they're all games that like expect you to play it over and over and over again to get good.
Alright, so... Ooh!
So that's cool.
8 lock-ons, 16 lock-ons. Oh, so there's just our grade 1 and 2. Are you 1?
I did 2, I think.
Rip!
Laser shot, special attack, okay.
Let's do it. Alright, I'm kind of excited. I know there's, like, Working Designs is one of those companies that people, like, collect for really hardcore. And they don't exist anymore, right?
No, they died.
Rip. So this is cool. It's, what does it remind me of? Kind of like the really old arcade game, what is it, Xanax? The one where you can shoot straight forward, but then also down. I think that's Xanax.
Is there different elevations?
Well, the stuff
yeah.
below, yeah, you have to, like, lock onto it, and that's the only way you can hit it from what I can tell.
Wait, how do you lock on?
I think it just does, and then you press triangle to... Or no, you press X to,
Okay, I gotta pay attention. So, unfortunately, this game is, fully 3D, which was probably pretty cool at the time, but it has aged this game pretty,
yes.
tremendously.
And also, it is pretty hard... I know we're not playing on a CRT or anything, but it's pretty hard to see the bullets in amongst all the stuff.
Yes, it is almost impossible.
So it's not necessarily a thing where it's like the difficulty of it. It's more of like you just have to constantly like. I know it's like real easy to just have a vertical shooter where the whole background is black, but sometimes there's a reason for it, you know? Like, everything is just too busy.
Yeah, it's very hard to see, and honestly, now that, like, I have to pay attention to this, I'm just, like, looking at my character model more than, like, the actual fight, just so I can avoid everything.
Yeah. I guess that's kind of part of how shooters are. They're, like,
they're especially bullet hell ones.
They're more fun to watch... They're more fun to watch than they are to play sometimes, unless you're really good at them.
And unfortunately, this one is pretty... I don't know.
It's alright.
This game seems like it was probably cool at the time, but
it runs well. My major complaint is definitely that it's hard to see the bullets.
It's hard to see anything.
Yes.
The game doesn't look great. I'll definitely take Darius Gaiden over this game any day.
Actually, what I was thinking was if this game was on the Saturn, it would look amazing.
Yeah, because probably they would have abandoned the entire like 3D concept.
And let me be clear by saying the PlayStation is much better than the Saturn. I know I'm a Saturn fanboy, but this is the kind of game that would... Oh, God, it's so hard to see.
Actually, the Darius series is a good example, because the PS1 Darius game is Darius.
And I don't think it's very good. Or
that one's fully 3D, and it's not great. But the Saturn one is like 2D pixel art, except for like some bosses are 3D renders. And because of that, the game is so good, and I think it is one of the best shooters like ever.
Well, we might see it sometime on It's Saturn Day, which might start at some point.
Very cool.
I'm definitely writing myself into a corner.
Why don't you just do Saturn A to Z instead of chronological?
That's what I'm doing.
Oh, okay.
But it's just a matter of once I start, I can't stop. You know. Not that I can't like do stuff in between, but like once that whole thing is started, it kind of is what it is.
Yeah, so this game,
it's fine.
It's fine. It's impossible to see anything.
When we were just under the water, or over the water, it was pretty nice. Now that there's stuff on the bottom, it's just really hard to see.
It's like you just used your special attack or whatever it was.
Also,
you can't see anything because of that.
It might be tough to tell just because there's so much going on, but when something shoots at you from underneath you, there's like a very interesting way the bullets and lasers move. Have you noticed that, Trev? Like they like start at you slow, and then they come faster when it's like going like like at a higher elevation.
It's just too bad that it's like it's hard to tell.
There we go. Also, this game might not be very long. If there's only 9, when it was like adjusting the, when we were adjusting the difficulty, there was only 9 levels listed, and assuming we're on level 2 already, you know, these games aren't meant to be super long, but like you could probably beat it in like a half hour if you're really good.
Yeah, probably. I mean, most of these arcade shoot 'em up like ports are all exactly the same. They're just
I guess this would be a port of an arcade game, huh?
Yeah, it definitely felt like it when you're choosing your ship with like the timer and stuff.
Ah! So I think we share credits, which is kind of lame. And it makes you just want to... I hate games where you share credits, because it just makes you want to play the game by yourself. Not that we're like... If we were actually trying, it'd be lame, you know? But I guess I think what we should do is just keep going until we lose all of our credits. Because we already lost like 4 credits.
Yeah, this game is a little underwhelming.
Is it worth almost $150? No. But...
I mean, there's a clear reason why, because this game probably sold like absolute garbage.
Yeah. And again, Working Designs is just like one of those companies people love to get games for.
Although it's funny, because if you're like a really hardcore like Japanese enthusiast, Working Designs translations for like the Arc the Lad and Lunar games, like their translations are awful. They were kind of the proto like NIS America, where the translations, they added a bunch of like memes and like pop culture references.
Cool.
And it's like cool localization, guys. But yeah, it's just Working Designs was just such a small company.
So what would they be like? You're playing Arc the Lad, and it's like
you should just look up a video of like
who let the dogs out.
If you like looked up on YouTube like Working Designs like translations, like they'll probably show some examples. But I don't think it's literally, like, that bad.
So they're, like... They're about to, like, go into a battle on Arc the Lad, and they're like... I'm just trying to think of 90s stuff. They're like... Hey, Arc. I don't even know if that's the main character's name. Did you see the news about the OJ verdict? And they're like... Yeah.
Good reference.
I have no idea.
I'm glad that your first thing to think about 90s was OJ.
Well, if we're talking like popular culture, you know? Or how about, hey, you won that battle just like Michael Jordan won 6 championships. How about that? Is that better?
Yeah, sure.
Boy, I sure hope nobody ever joins the NFL and wins more championships than Michael Jordan. That would be bad. Is that what they say?
You know about this guy called Tom Brady?
Thomas Edward Patrick Brady II? You ever hear of him?
Is that his actual name?
Yeah.
Wait, his name's not actually Tom?
Well,
Did you say is that?
I think it's
Edward?
Thomas.
Oh, okay.
No, it's Thomas Edward Patrick Brady.
Okay, I thought you said Edward Patrick Brady.
Oh, that would be weird. Don't call me Edward. Call me Tom. But I think he went by Tom because people in Boston could say Edward kind of normally, but they can't say Tom without sounding like that. This game's fine. I'm gonna be less hard on it than Trevor is.
Yeah. I don't know.
He's played more shoot 'em ups than I have, though.
Yeah,
to be fair.
it's one of those things that the shoot 'em up genre was extremely popular throughout the 90s, and obviously when that happens, the genre gets oversaturated with everything, which means that if you want to stand out in a genre that's oversaturated, you really have to do something special, and this game really does not do anything special.
Oh, sorry. All right, we're down to our last credit, so I think we got to stage 4, which is pretty impressive.
Yeah, I will say that this game runs pretty well.
It does run pretty well.
Everything that's going on, I think it's been like pretty rock solid 60 FPS, which for the PS1 is very, very, very uncommon.
Again, if I could see all the bullets better, I would be perfectly happy with this game. I really would. But man, it's really hard to see the bullets, and I feel like now that I mention it, or now that I'm like kind of talking out loud, I think the sprites are a little too big for a game like this.
Yeah.
Like, it takes up too much of the real estate.
In this game, it's just the models.
Well, the models are too big.
But yeah, I agree. But everything's too big, and they really needed to tone down, like, the special effects. Like, especially when you use your, like, special and, like, all those blue explosions on the screen, you can barely see anything.
It's kind of like, I guess the best way to put it for, like, another type of game would be, this is like Mega Man 7, where the sprites in Mega Man 7 are just too big, compared to, like, the other Mega Mans where you have more room to move and all that kind of stuff, and it does limit you a little. Compare this to, like, a Gradius or R-Type, your ship and everything is just smaller. I think we both have, like, 1 life left.
Epic. I have 2 lives left.
Oh no!
This kind of reminds me of the Sonic Adventure thing.
Or kind of like the Sonic Adventure thing.
Mixed with Star Fox 64.
And also, like Contra 3, where you have to fight that really big spaceship. Or it's not a spaceship, that really big thing in like level 3 where you're just riding around on the motorcycle. Contra 3 is a cool game. I just wish those games were less hard.
Yeah. I wish Contra 3 didn't have the mode 7 stages. Otherwise, it's a really good game.
I really don't. I don't mind them. I want to. Dude, I played Contra Hardcore on the Sega Genesis Classic, and even with save states, I could like not beat the first level. It's literally one of the hardest games I've ever played.
I'm done. You have 1 life left.
Beat the game. What was that? Okay. Oh, now I get something really.
Yeah. There's power-ups?
What? We went 4 levels and I didn't get a power-up?
Maybe it only happens when we're playing single player.
Maybe.
I mean, it's so hard to tell what was going on.
Wow.
It's over.
Wow. Don't do it!
I'm doing it.
No!
Jod ass.
I had more points. It's like one of the few times I'm ever going to play a multiplayer game and I have more points. I wonder if it just kicks you back to title? It just kicks you back to title.
Spaz.
I was hoping it would show you kind of like, remember House of the Dead 2 when you die, it shows you like how far you got? Nah, I was expecting a little too much. So
Darius Gaiden does that too.
Oh yeah, it does. Alright, that's it guys. It was enjoyable. I mean, on these Let's Tries, we've definitely played way worse. In fact, we just played way worse with Dragon Ball GT, so at least this was okay. And also, bye.
Yeah, this game looks like a absolute miracle compared to GT.
100%. Okay, see ya.